Hello and welcome to your Cybersecurity Intelligence Briefing, brought to you by Cyber Team 1. Today is Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. This briefing covers the most significant cybersecurity developments from the past 7 days. We publish these regularly, though not always daily, so each episode looks back across the full week. And as always, this isn't a technical deep dive, it's written for business leaders. The goal is simple: help you understand what happened, why it matters to your organization, and what you should be asking your teams to do about it. This week has one clear theme: trust. Trust in the partners who hold your keys. Trust in the security software on your computers. Trust in the firewalls at the edge of your network. In every major story this week, attackers went after something organizations trust by default. Let's get into it. First, the story most leaders will have seen in the headlines. Accenture, one of the world's largest consulting firms, confirmed a data breach. On the 6th of July, a hacker using the alias 888 posted on a criminal forum offering to sell around 35 gigabytes of data allegedly stolen from Accenture. And the claimed contents matter more than the size: source code, private encryption keys, and access tokens for cloud systems. Accenture acknowledged the incident a day or two later, calling it an isolated matter and saying the source has been fixed. So why should you care about someone else's breach? Because consultancies hold privileged access to their clients' systems, credentials, code, and cloud keys that can open doors in your environment, not just theirs. If your organization works with Accenture, or frankly any major integrator, this is the week to ask a direct question. Could a partner's stolen keys unlock anything of ours? Ask for a formal impact statement and rotate any shared credentials as a precaution. That's cheap insurance. To be clear, the full scope of what was stolen hasn't been independently verified, but the confirmed lesson stands regardless. Your supplier's engineering environments are part of your attack surface. Next, Microsoft. This week the company rushed out an emergency fix outside its normal monthly schedule for a flaw in Microsoft Defender, the antivirus built into every Windows computer. The flaw, nicknamed Rogue Planet, lets an attacker who already has a foothold on a machine escalate to full system control. Think of it this way: if a phishing email gets an attacker in the front door, this flaw hands them the master keys to the whole building. Two things make this one urgent. First, the scale. Defender runs on essentially every Windows 10 and 11 device on the planet. Second, the details were published openly by a researcher before most organizations had a chance to patch, which means attackers have a head start. There's no confirmed abuse in the wild yet, but the window is closing. The action for leaders: ask how quickly your organization can push an emergency Microsoft update to the entire fleet, and how you verify it actually landed. If the honest answer is weeks, that's a capability gap worth fixing. In another development, we now have proof of something we suspected. You may remember FortiBleed from recent briefings, the massive campaign that harvested login credentials from Fortinet firewalls around the world. Researchers verified working credentials from more than 86,000 devices. This week, threat intelligence firm SOC Radar connected the dots. The same operators are directly plugged into two active ransomware operations, known as INC and Lynx. At least 12 ransomware attacks have already resulted from those stolen firewall logins. This is the modern ransomware supply chain in miniature. One organized group, assessed at around 20 people working like a business, steals access at industrial scale, then feeds it to extortion crews. And the targeting concentrated on manufacturing, technology, and logistics companies, notably across the Asia Pacific, which puts Australian supply chains squarely in the relevant zone. If your organization uses Fortinet firewalls or VPNs, the message hasn't changed, but the stakes have. If those credentials weren't rotated after the June disclosure, Assume ransomware operators can log into your perimeter. Rotate them now. Enforce multi-factor authentication on all remote access, and get management interfaces off the public internet. Staying with network equipment for a moment, Ubiquiti, whose Unify gear is everywhere in small businesses, branch offices, and building networks, warned of a new maximum-severity flaw in its operating system. This equipment is often installed and forgotten. If you have branch sites, subsidiaries, or a facilities provider running Unify, someone needs to own patching it this week. Now to our region. Researchers are tracking a China-linked group designated UAT7810 that's quietly compromising unpatched ruckus routers to build what's called a relay network, essentially a web of hijacked devices used to disguise where attacks really come from. Why does that matter to you? Two reasons. Your own forgotten router could become part of someone else's attack infrastructure. And more subtly, it undermines a control many companies rely on, blocking traffic by country. When the attack comes through a compromised device in your own city, geography stops being a useful signal. It's another argument for zero trust thinking. Verify every access, regardless of where it appears to come from. A quick update on a story we've been following. The Gentleman Ransomware Group's deadline for Indra, the Spanish defense and technology contractor, expired around the 9th of July. As of this briefing, there's no reliable confirmation of whether stolen data has actually been published. We'll keep watching. If you're in a defense or government supply chain, the standing question remains: do you know your contractual notification obligations if a supplier is extorted? And software developers weren't spared this week either. Malicious packages appeared in the open source repositories that developers download code from. Some designed to steal credentials from users of payment platforms, and a self-spreading worm known as miasma expanded from the JavaScript world into the Go programming ecosystem. If your organization builds software, your developer pipelines need the same protection as your production systems. Lockdown dependencies and strong authentication on the accounts that publish code. Closer to home in Australia, no new confirmed local incident this week, which is good news, but 3 items deserve attention. The Privacy Commissioner's full findings on the American Express investigation are due by the 28th of July under a Senate order. Expect that to set a transparency precedent. The Cybersecurity Center's standing alerts on fake browser update scams and hosting panel exploitation remain current. And new industry reporting suggests Australian workers are increasingly pasting customer data into public AI tools. That last one is worth a conversation at your next executive meeting. Do you have a clear policy on AI use, a safe sanctioned alternative, and any way of knowing when sensitive data walks out the door through a chatbot? To wrap up, let's pull the threads together. This week showed us trust being tested at 4 levels. Your partners, the Accenture breach reminds us that a consultancy's keys can open your doors. Your security software, the Defender flaw, shows even the tools protecting you need urgent patching themselves. Your network edge, Fortinet, Ubiquiti, and ruckus stories all point the same way. Firewalls and routers are now a primary target, and they sit outside the view of most monitoring tools. And your people's tools, open source code and public AI platforms both leaked value this week. 3 actions to take away. 1. Patch fast. The Defender fix and the Cold Fusion flaw we flagged earlier this week are same-day items, not maintenance window items. 2. Rotate. Any credential shared with a partner or sitting on a perimeter device deserves a fresh start this month. 3. Ask about the edge. Who watches your firewalls, routers, and network consoles? And would you know if someone else was logged in? That's your briefing from Cyber Team 1 for today. Stay alert, verify the content, ask your team the hard questions, and see you in the next one.